Okay, Glorious Karius. It is the 23rd of July, and Glorious Karius. Okay, I don't know what it is, but I feel like with Liverpool Football Club, to all the Liverpool fans out there, there's been a history of goalkeepers at Liverpool FC who've dropped a few ricks here and there, and I mean, there was Jersey Dudek. I remember Jersey Dudek dropping a few against United, letting the ball slip through his hands. David James, that great attacking Liverpool team under Roy Evans' stewardship, that really and truly should have won the league, but I think David James dropped a few howlers, and there was there's Sander Westerveld, and there was Scott Carson, who, okay, not for Liverpool so much, but I think he made an error for England. Scott Carson, was it Chris Kirkland? Okay, so let's kind of go with Karius, and Champions League final, drops a few howlers, gets vilified, absolute dog's abuse, criticised as well, and summer break and pre-season starts, and Klopp's come out and said, Karius is his number one, he's Liverpool's number one, and he drops a clanger in the first game in pre-season, and then there's a clip of him doing the warm-up, lets the ball slip through his hands, and the momentum of the Karius kind of ball of criticism is getting bigger and bigger, snowballing into a gigantic avalanche, and then they're in the Turin states, and they're playing Borussia Dortmund, and he's made a few more mistakes, and in between the time from the first game in pre-season to the most recent one against Borussia Dortmund, Liverpool have signed a new goalkeeper, and I think Karius has come out today saying he's not too sure if he'll still be at the club come the beginning of the season. Now, I'm trying to think of a Liverpool goalkeeper that was mustard, like solid, and I guess Pepe Reina was the last one. But towards the end of Pepe Reina's tenure at Liverpool, he dropped a few howlers as well. I mean, a lot of goalkeepers do from time to time, but he made a few mistakes, and he didn't look right. I think it was under Brendan Rodgers, and I've spoken to a few Liverpool fans, and now, is Karius not to that level? There's elite, and I guess there's decent, and then there's average. Is Karius average? Mignolet, at Sunderland he did really well, hence why Liverpool purchased him. Again, is Mignolet somewhere between average and good? And the question is now, Liverpool have signed Alisson, who is deemed to be a world-class goalkeeper. I guess for that price tag, you can say yes, he must be world-class. The worrying thing, the question is, will he have that ability in him drained out because of the coaching at Liverpool? The goalkeeping coaching. Now, there's an issue. So if it's not the keepers, what is it? And I guess that that question will be answered in time with Alisson's performance during this season. I think Liverpool have had rotten luck with goalkeepers. Like I said, Pepe Reina was the last solid goalkeeper, but I'm just thinking about Jerzy Dudek. You know, he made an absolute worldie of a save in the Champions League final against AC Milan, and I guess that's the difference between him and Karius. Where does Karius go from here? I think coaching, remain focused, do his homework, and I think when he first joined Liverpool he made a few howlers. He didn't make the great start. He took over Mignolet and he got into a bit of a spat, himself and Jurgen Klopp, with Phil Neville, Gary Neville, and even Jamie Carragher tweeted Karius to shut up and focus on his game. And you feel like this hasn't been managed well. Despite that, managing, Jurgen Klopp absolutely has faith in Karius, believes in him, he's got his back 100%, and that's commendable. If I was a player and the coach was like that, wow, that's pretty amazing support. But at what point? I guess that point's come by signing the new goalkeeper. Look, Liverpool's third choice goalkeeper Danny Ward's been sold. Mignolet probably will have to move on, so Liverpool probably will bring in another keeper, or they'll promote someone from the reserves. We'll have to wait and see. But I think Karius, from what I've seen, is average. He's young. Whether he'll ever reach that level of being like an elite goalkeeper will have to be seen. We'll have to wait and see. But one thing's for sure, he's got criticism that's come his way, and I think it's duly deserved. But it's to be expected on social media. Some of the vile and hate-filled messages that he's received, and whoever it's from is completely uncalled for. But it's going to be interesting. Will Karius get a run out in the cup games? Will he even be on the bench for this season? You've been listening to Soccer Stan. Thanks.